belong to Phillip Island. Normally this is about penguins and seals and surfing, but today it's all about speed. The Car Sales TCR Australia Series arrives for round 2 of season 2019 at the famous Phillip Island Grand Prix circuit. We're getting set for the first of 3 races so far this weekend. It's a battle of the brands, the Hyundai and Alpha, 2 young guns, 2 21-year-olds on the front row of the grid. Away we go for the run to turn 1 in race 1 at Phillip Island. But look at Alberto, that Honda has made ground round the outside. He could be second by turn 2.
And Heimgartner making a big move as well back there in that 777 as O'Keefe covers up any attack down to turn number 1. Brown is awkward. He's awkward through turn 1. He's off the circuit.
Will Brown off through the scenery. This is huge in the championship. Tander around the outside, contact in the mid-corner, and GT is off the road. It was he and Jason Bright. On the restart, Tander made serious ground. There he goes, that's serious ground in the Audi. He's not clear of the Volkswagen on turn-in, and there's a bit of a rub and a touch between the 2 most experienced drivers in the field here this weekend, and Jason Bright put together a deal. He went and got 2 cars out of the Asian TCR series and is proving you don't need a brand new one to get a Mugget, and he gets a Mugget into the side of the Subaru. Jimmy Vernon has contact as well. He's off the road. Moffat avoids drama at Phillip Island. On board with Bright. This will tell more of the story. Oh, boy.
Straightened him out, but then Vernon came round in front of him, and James Moffat was lucky not to be in this incident as well. So we look at it again, this time from Andre Heimgartner's perspective at Southern Loop.
And you can hear he's got the throttle nailed, because front-wheel drive car, when you're in a slide, and he's got his hands off the wheel saying, what are you doing, Jason Bright? Side by side with the Honda and the Renault, and the Audi will fill the gap. Watch for the Hyundai too. Will Brown on the fight-back trail. He must think he's having his 21st birthday all over again. They've gifted him spots and got him back in the race, back in the title fight.
And Will Brown will be sniffing the podium here right now. There's more happening down here. They're 3 wide.
Contact.
Into turn 4. And this time Alberto squeezed. Tander goes wide in the Audi. And you watch Will Brown here.
Will Brown in the mix. He's made another spot. And while these guys fight and carve one another up, go 2 wide through Siberia, Dylan O'Keefe is laughing at them. He's looking in the rearview mirror and extending the margin.
And now pushing James Moffat. Pulls out for the pass down at the hairpin here at turn 4.
I thought Moffat was going to cover that off more, but he knows if he can hang around the outside, he's safe because he's on the inside for Siberia. That's what he's done. Plenty of experience from James Moffat. Hangs Will Brown out in the dirty stuff, and it brings D'Alberto back in the game. This has been a yo-yo race. Now Brown's down the inside at Siberia. It'll be side by side. He gives Moffat some room to play with. Side by side, the hay shed, 200 plus kilometres an hour. Which car do you want to be in right now?
Well, if you stay with Brown, he's going to try and hold this. He'll have the better line. Past the hay shed, they climb to Lukey Heights. On this, the final lap, Brown gets the job done, but he's under siege here at the drop. Into the hairpin, he needs to cover it off. He's done it. Parks it down the middle of the road here.
Checkered flags out. It's a win for the 21-year-old from Melbourne. It's a win for Alfa Romeo and Ash Seawood Motorsport. Dylan O'Keefe, great job. To the line, 2nd place will be Will Brown. So he got back to where he started. Unbelievable. Can Will Brown get the jump on the pole man? It's pretty even from the front row of the grid. Turn 2, Will Brown. Right with him out off the track. James Moffat with a big lose. Heimgartner goes with him. The Subaru's having no luck. On board with Andre. And there was the push from behind. And that leaves the fight for 3rd between Tony D'Alberto and Hamish Ribberitz in the Audi.
Yeah, Hamish Ribberitz quiet yesterday, but sat up there inside the top 5. Another car going off. That's Cameron.
Both
Tander's in there.
Leanne Gartha off the track. Aaron Cameron is as well. Going for the move. For a spot on the podium. Will Brown changes the lead. Down at turn 1. That's wild.
Just got that car pulled up. I thought he was gone for all money. There's a yellow flag still being waved. There's debris all over the course. Wow.
Brown to the lead in the Hyundai. Ribberitz is 3rd. Oh no, Brown off the road, down at turn 4. He's got it wide. He's got it back on the road. Change for the lead back to Dylan O'Keefe. Here's the leaders, Dylan O'Keefe, Will Brown. Impressive stuff from Hamish Ribberitz. John Martin next, D'Alberto under fire. That's Chris Pither. In the GRM, Ice Break Coffee, Renault Megane getting a spot. Alex Rouleau muscling the Astra down the inside. On Nathan Morecambe, that is for position 7. So the young West Aussie moving his way forward. Great to have 4 females in the field here in TCR Australia this weekend. James Moffat with a big look at Alexandra Whitley, the Kiwi-based Aussie. Bad news Tony D'Alberto, the Honda Civic Type R, is limping so slowly, and have a look at that right front. That's the reason why. Oh, problems. That's John Martin. That's the other Honda. That's the second of the Wall Racing Run Civic Type Rs. And you know what? He's got a right front puncture too. Alex Rouleau's really keeping the pressure on here. Feels like he's been around for years. That's why. The reason why is because he started at 14 in Super 3. Gets a move done. Talk about class. This guy's in a class of his own. They're going to need to put a toe strap on this car to hook up behind him in race 3. Dylan O'Keefe, checkered flag, 2 in a row. Alfa Romeo win again in the car sales TCR Australia Series. Ash Seaward's on the wall to welcome home his driver. Great job. The margin in the end is handy too. 6.2 seconds back to Will Brown. Alfa Romeo versus Hyundai. Watch for the Audi on row 2 of Hamish Rivers. Away they go. It's pretty even again between the top 2. Rivers has made a nice jump. They all fly down to turn 1. D'Alberto's on the grass in the background. The Honda Civic's making moves already. Watch out for Will Brown. He's not afraid to go round the outside. That puts him on the inside, Matt, for the next turn. Can he get the Hyundai to the lead? No! Off the road, Dylan O'Keefe, the winner of 2 races. Oh, there's more cars off the road. Both the Hondas. John Martin's involved. Alexandra Whitley's involved. High drama, massive chaos. First corner, last race, D'Alberto's got damage. It's a disaster. John Martin's Honda, forget it. It's stuffed. The rear of it's been absolutely demolished. He arrived on the scene after the accident and ploughed on in.
Here's how it looked. Here's the replay. Turn number 1 by the ANCAP safety car. O'Keefe losing it, going into turn number 1. And watch for the Hondas to come through the shot here.
So O'Keefe picks himself up. He thinks, okay, I'll get it going again. Oh. Boom! In the right-hand side. Watch your head. Hondas are side by side. D'Alberto loses the rear. Martin, I'm not sure they'd make contact. I think Martin was out wide by himself. Whitley was on the scene too. There goes.
There's 2 more cars that went off as well.
Oh boy. Heimgartner and Tander touching again. On board with Garth Tander, he would have seen more. He started a bit further back in the pack. We're following Heimgartner. There's Whitley, the blue bumper of the Volkswagen. It's just a little bit of checking up. I think that's really what's at the core of it all. Tander got past them all. That was 5 spots, 1 deal. There's Hamish Rivers off the road. Tander is facing the grass.
It was huge. Down to turn 4. Let's get some green flag racing under our belts here in the final race of the Car Sales TCR Australia Series. Jimmy Vernon on the outside. That's Chris Pither. And there's Garth Tander. We didn't think we'd see this car make the restart for race number 3. He's now inside the top 10 in 7th position.
Rouleau hanging on. Cameron probing. Heimgartner here trying to make ground. He's the yo-yo of TCR. This is for the podium. Cameron down the inside. The young gun gets it done. So all these young drivers are in the mix today. That's for 3rd place. Cameron's through. Jimmy Vernon now throws the challenge. The Alpha's powerful in a straight line, and he's got margin. He's almost overlapped Alex Rouleau and is clear towards turn 1. Side by side. This is good stuff.
From the exit of the final turn. Oh no, Vernon's off. Gets the pace sign on the inside. Careful on the re-entry down here. Just misses everybody. And I mean by millimetres.
We jump on board here. This was the Jimmy Vernon off from on board the number 7 Gary Rogers Motorsport Alpha.
That was so close.
Hyundais have got clear. The rest of them are fighting for the podium. Garth Tander, 1 off for him this weekend. He's making it count. We didn't think this car was going to be in the race after the accident in the last race. They patched it up, literally. Have a look at the right front of the blue Audi. Now it's the Renault boys getting into it. Pither and Moffat, side by side from Siberia. I don't know where to look. I keep tripping over my words because the racing's been top notch. Teammates, side by side, flat strap on the run to the hay shed. Heimgartner's in the mix too. Hamish Ribberitz, the black Audi, he's trying to fight back. He was off the road on the first lap as well. He finished on the podium in the last race. That's the thing we've seen all weekend. Just when you think you're out of it, you're not out of it.
No. Now Tander on the outside of Rouleau. They bump wheels.
Moffat's
and look at Moff.
Wide, got them both. The Renault picks up 2 spots. There's a bumper dragging off one of the clubs. Not anymore, it's gone. Tander hangs on. Heimgartner's in the mix. It's over and under. This is really good, hard racing. Tander's fighting against Alex Rouleau. Rouleau's fighting against everybody else. Heimgartner's taking them all on, trying to go around the outside of the hay shed. Wild stuff. 2 by 2, and they're all rowed up deciding who to go with, who's going to get the spot, and who are you going to follow through to grab another one.
We all dream of these kind of races, but rarely do you see them. We've had 3 of them this weekend. As now another change of position here. Tander going down the inside of Moffat at the turn 4 hairpin.
And that's for 4th.
Leanne Tander down the inside of Alex Rullo to put the West Aussie teenager back down into 11th position. He was 4th a few moments ago.
He was
not
third
giving up.
before
He was 3rd, yeah.
I had him half penciled in for the podium. And we're now on the run home. The final lap of the final race. Chris Bifford, Jason Bright, Hamish Ribberets fighting here for 7th, 8th and 9th. And this race has just started to settle down. We've had a weekend full of action at Phillip Island as these teams and drivers continue to learn the nuances of their front-wheel drive TCR cars. It's going to be a 1-2 finish for the Hyundai i30Ns. Will Brown to the line, gets the job done in the final race at Phillip Island, and very nearly a form finish. Nathan Morecambe home in 2nd spot. Aaron Cameron rounds out the podium in position 3 in the Volkswagen Golf GTI.